It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that The Big Bang Theory ranks among the most beloved sitcoms of the last 20 years. Beyond its humor and valuable life lessons, it also introduced audiences to some unforgettable talents, like Kaley Cuoco, who brought Penny or Penelope Hofstadter to life on screen. Since the show's finale in May 2019, rumors have swirled about how drastically Kaley has changed in the 5 years since. So let's take a closer look at her journey, who she was before the fame, and where she stands today. Early life. Born on November 30th, 1985, Kaley Christine Cuoco is the firstborn daughter of Gary Carmine Cuoco, a realtor, and Lane Ann, a homemaker. Raised in Camarillo, California, Kaley appears all-American, but actually has a rich ancestry of Italian, English, and German roots. As a child, Kaley was passionate about tennis and showed promise in the sport. But she didn't stop there. She explored modeling and landed her first acting gig in a Barbie commercial at just 6 years old. From that point on, it became clear that if she pursued it, she could make a name for herself in entertainment. Despite her interest in acting, Kaley continued playing tennis competitively while juggling commercial roles and auditioning for bigger acting parts. At age 7, she landed her first significant role in the 1992 TV movie Quicksand, No Escape alongside Donald Sutherland and Tim Matheson. By 1994, she was cast as the younger version of Ellen DeGeneres' character on the sitcom Ellen. She stayed on the show for 4 years and even appeared in an episode of The Ellen Show, Ellen's follow-up sitcom. During this time, she also landed minor film roles, such as her appearance in Virtuosity, 1995, with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. Her resume kept growing. In 1997, she appeared in Picture Perfect starring Jennifer Aniston. By 15, she played Maureen McCormick in the NBC biopic Growing Up Brady, a role that set her up for a breakthrough. Kaley was then cast in 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, her first major TV role. Ironically, she almost didn't get the part. While she had built a strong tennis career, ranking in the Southern California Amateur Division, she was also balancing horseback riding and a growing list of acting roles. At 16, she made a critical choice. Despite her success in sports and modeling, she decided to give up competitive tennis to focus entirely on acting. Reflecting on the decision, Kaley said, "I basically grew up on stages and in front of cameras. I always loved it. My parents never pushed me either way. It was just something we did, and it kept happening." That choice paid off. Though her first audition for 8 Simple Rules was weak enough for producers to call her agent with doubts, they saw her potential and gave her another shot. Kaley stepped up and nailed the second audition, securing the role and changing her life. As she later explained, "Getting that job completely changed the course of my life and career. It put me on the map and made me realize how much I love sitcoms." The performance earned her the 2003 Teen Choice Award for Choice TV Breakout Star, Female. From there, she appeared in various films and shows and lent her voice to animated series like Brandy and Mr. Whiskers and Bratz. Soon after 8 Simple Rules wrapped, Kaley was cast as Billie Jenkins in Charmed. Her performance reinvigorated the show. Co-executive producer Brad Kern praised her, saying, "Kaley keeps the show young and fresh, adding new energy and perspective. Her comedic timing and screen presence complement Alyssa, Holly, and Rose perfectly." In fact, her role was so well received that producers considered giving her character a spin-off series. But before that could happen, fate stepped in. The Big Bang Theory. Just as spin-off talks were starting, Kaley was offered a chance to audition for a new sitcom called The Big Bang Theory, created by Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady, with Stephen Milaro also involved in writing and production. At the time, a pilot had already been shot, starring Johnny Galecki as Leonard, Jim Parsons as Sheldon, and Amanda Walsh as Katie, the original female lead. Kaley had actually auditioned for the role of Katie, but at 19, she was deemed too young. Fortunately, Warner Brothers television executive Peter Roth saw potential in her. The first pilot hadn't worked as expected, not because of the actors, but because the character of Katie didn't connect with audiences. So the producers went back to the drawing board. Katie was reimagined as Penny, a warm, funny, down-to-earth aspiring actress from Omaha, Nebraska. Unlike her genius neighbors, Penny lacked a PhD but had emotional intelligence and street smarts. She worked at the Cheesecake Factory and became friends with Amy and Bernadette, forming a strong female trio. Eventually, Penny also became Leonard's love interest. This time, Kaley knew the role was a better fit. She recalled, "Chuck called a year later and said, 'It's a new character. Come in and read.' I did, and it just felt right, like it was meant to be." Johnny Galecki echoed that sentiment. "Reshooting the pilot with Kaley felt like playing music with a band you'd been with for years. It was seamless. Everyone complimented each other so well, it was magic." Sure, here's a rewritten version of your transcript, maintaining the meaning while presenting the information in a more polished and varied way. Reception. Beyond the strong acting, the chemistry among the cast played a huge role in the show's early appeal. Notably, Kaley Cuoco and Johnny Galecki developed a real-life romance during the show's run, which fans found particularly charming. The Big Bang Theory made its debut on CBS in September 2007, filmed in front of a live studio audience, and introduced a fresh ensemble, featuring Cuoco as Penny, the bubbly girl next door. In its first season, the series received mixed reviews. Critics argued that the show leaned too heavily on stereotypes, portraying scientists as socially awkward individuals consumed only by their work. But many fans felt this criticism was premature, believing that the show simply needed time to find its rhythm. And indeed, by the second and third seasons, the tide began to turn. Audiences started to appreciate the complexity and uniqueness of each character. The writers initially designed Sheldon, Leonard, and Penny as somewhat one-dimensional, each stuck in their own limited worldview. But that became part of the charm. Their interactions gradually forced them to grow, understand each other, and evolve. This dynamic drew viewers in and helped broaden the show's appeal. Another standout feature was how the show made science fun and accessible. Many viewers who had little interest in physics or astronomy were captivated by the way complex ideas were woven into jokes and daily conversations. The show didn't just entertain, it educated, too. To maintain scientific accuracy, the producers hired a physics and astronomy professor from UCLA who served as a consultant for 6 seasons. He reviewed scripts, equations, and props for scientific credibility, and was present during tapings involving technical content. When needed, he was supported by actress Mayim Bialik, who played Amy Farrah Fowler, thanks to her real-life PhD in neuroscience. Executive producer Bill Prady once mentioned that they were committed to getting the science right, even giving Sheldon a genuine scientific problem to work on across a season. Meanwhile, Cuoco's portrayal of Penny evolved into what one report described as an edgier, more layered character, further boosting the show's popularity. By season 3, The Big Bang Theory had become a breakout hit, with millions tuning in weekly. The cast's dedication, combined with sharp writing and a unique concept, helped cement its place in pop culture history. Awards. With new episodes airing from September 24, 2007 to May 16, 2019, the show ran for 12 seasons and produced a total of 279 episodes. As the series gained momentum, accolades followed. The Big Bang Theory earned several Emmy nominations, including Outstanding Comedy Series between 2011 and 2014. Jim Parsons, who played Sheldon Cooper, won the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series 4 times. In 2011, he also took home a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Television Comedy Series. The series was awarded the inaugural Favorite Network TV Comedy Award and went on to win it again in 2010, 2013, 2014, and 2015. Kaley Cuoco received recognition as well, winning Favorite Comedic TV Actress in both 2014 and 2015. Even after the series wrapped, its legacy endured through a prequel, Young Sheldon, which explored the early life of Sheldon Cooper. By the time the show ended in 2019, it had firmly established its place as one of television's most beloved sitcoms. After The Big Bang Theory, post-Big Bang Theory, Kaley Cuoco found herself with a world of opportunities at her feet. Instead of simply taking roles, she took a bold step and launched her own production company, Norman Productions, named after her beloved dog. Her first major post-sitcom project was The Flight Attendant, an original HBO Max drama that premiered in 2020. Cuoco starred as Cassie, a flight attendant known for her party girl persona, who wakes up next to a dead body in Bangkok with no memory of what happened. The show was lauded for its unique style, blending Cassie's real-life experiences with surreal scenes set in her own mind. Season 2 expanded this concept with multiple versions of Cassie confronting her inner demons. The series also featured standout performances by Rosie Perez and Zosha Mamet. Cuoco also voiced Harley Quinn in the animated TV series of the same name. Taking on the role of Joker's chaotic girlfriend, her gritty, swear-laden performance surprised many fans used to seeing her in more wholesome roles. And it was a hit. Her career continued to thrive with two major projects for Peacock in 2022 and 2023, both under Norman Productions. In Based on a True Story, 2023, she co-starred with Chris Messina. The dark comedy follows a struggling couple expecting their first child, whose crumbling marriage takes a turn when a bartender turns up dead, and they get caught up in solving the mystery themselves. Many have been impressed by how swiftly Cuoco transitioned from sitcom stardom to behind-the-scenes success, proving her versatility and business acumen. Romantic life. While Cuoco's professional life flourished, her romantic life has been a roller coaster. Her first high-profile relationship began in 2003 with Canadian actor Kevin Zegers, known for his roles in Air Bud and Gossip Girl. The two met on the set of The Hollow and dated for about a year. In 2004, she briefly dated Thad Luckinbill, who guest-starred on 8 Simple Rules as Donnie Doyle, a love interest for Cuoco's character. By 2005, she was in a short-lived relationship with country singer Jaron Lowenstein, which lasted several months into 2006. By the time Kaley Cuoco began working on The Big Bang Theory, she was open to love again. It didn't take long before sparks flew between her and her co-star Johnny Galecki, who played her character's on-screen love interest. The two began a secret, on-and-off relationship that lasted until 2009. "We never spoke a word about it and never went anywhere together," Kaley recalled. "It was such a huge part of my life and no one knew about it. It was a wonderful relationship." In another interview, she elaborated, "Johnny and I were friends first, but obviously we dated. When we broke up, it was funny because that was when our on-screen relationship was really heating up. There were so many bed scenes. It was a little awkward. We were trying to end the real-life relationship, but it kept pulling us back in. Still, we got over it really fast and we're closer than ever now. It could have gone either way, and I'm really proud of us." Clearly, there were no hard feelings between the two. When it was time to part ways, they did so amicably. Fans were surprised when Kaley called off her engagement to addiction specialist Josh Resnick. The couple had kept most of their relationship private, and no details were shared about their split. After Resnick, Kaley dated a couple of musicians, Christopher French, an indie rock artist, between 2011 and 2012, and then Pepper's Brett Bollinger from 2012 to 2013. But the biggest shock came in July 2013, when she was suddenly linked to real-life Superman Henry Cavill. The attention was overwhelming. Kaley later confessed that the experience was a turning point in her relationship with fame. "I had no one following me until I met Superman," she said. I've been in this business for 20 years and lived my whole life out in the open. I could go anywhere, do anything. There wasn't a single paparazzi photo of me until I started dating him. The recognition was just crazy. Later that year, Kaley began dating professional tennis player Ryan Sweeting. Just 6 months after their first date, they were engaged. Their whirlwind romance culminated in a lavish New Year's Eve wedding in 2013 at the Hummingbird Nest Ranch in Santa Susana, California. Kaley wore a dazzling 2.5-carat diamond ring reportedly worth $65,000. But by 2015, the marriage had crumbled. Kaley filed for divorce after just under 2 years. Not long after, she was briefly linked to British actor Paul Blackthorne, but the relationship didn't last. Then, in March 2016, Kaley met equestrian Carl Cook at a horse show, and it was an instant connection. Their shared passion for horses helped them bond quickly, and before long, they were in a serious relationship. They eventually married in 2018. But in September 2021, just a few months after celebrating their anniversary, the couple surprised fans with a joint statement announcing their separation. Despite a deep love and respect for one another, we've realized our current paths have taken us in opposite directions, they wrote. We've shared so much of our journey publicly, so while we would prefer to keep this aspect private, we wanted to be honest in our truth. The statement emphasized there was no animosity and that the decision was made with immense respect and consideration. Heartbroken after 2 failed marriages, Kaley opened up in an April 2022 interview, revealing she didn't see herself walking down the aisle again. Instead, she hoped to find a lasting partnership. And just a month later, she found exactly that. In May 2022, Kaley shared a series of sweet Polaroids on Instagram, revealing a new romance. The mystery man, actor Tom Pelphrey, known for roles in Guiding Light, As the World Turns, and Netflix's Ozark. The candid shots captured moments of tenderness, Tom kissing her cheek as she smiled. Kaley captioned the post poetically, "Life lately. The sun breaks through the clouds, rays of gold slipping into my eyes and heart, rays of yellow to break the gray." They made their red carpet debut as a couple at producer Greg Berlanti's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony in May 2022. By October, they shared more exciting news. Kaley was expecting her first child. In March 2023, Kaley and Tom welcomed their daughter, Matilda Carmine Ritchie Pelphrey. Kaley shared the joyful announcement with photos of the baby, writing, "The new light of our lives. We are overjoyed and grateful for this little miracle." In March 2024, baby Matilda turned 1, and her proud parents posted an adorable video compilation of moments with their daughter to celebrate the milestone. Amidst all the personal happiness, fans of The Big Bang Theory may have more reason to celebrate. Following the success of Friends, the reunion, rumors of a possible Big Bang Theory reunion have been gaining traction. Kaley herself has expressed interest in reuniting with the cast, saying in a 2021 interview that she would be open to it. And now, with her HBO Max series The Flight Attendant reportedly canceled, Kaley's schedule may just have opened up enough for a new chapter, possibly The Big Bang Theory Season 13. From child star to sitcom royalty, from personal heartbreaks to newfound motherhood, Kaley Cuoco's journey has been one of reinvention, resilience, and remarkable success. She's gone from Penny on The Big Bang Theory to a powerhouse actress and producer carving her own path. Through every chapter, whether it be love, loss, or legacy, Kaley has stayed true to herself. And as whispers of a possible Big Bang Theory reunion continue to swirl, one thing is clear. Kaley Cuoco's story is far from over. In fact, the best may be yet to come. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more untold stories of your favorite stars.